So, for whatever reason, last night's Cup Series review had issues popping up on people's For You pages. I'm not sure if it's something I said or the powers above suppressing my views, but I will not and cannot be stopped as long as there's paint schemes to review. Which brings us to the first race of the NASCAR Xfinity Series playoffs at Kansas, and of course, there are paint schemes to review. Let's go. Starting us off with Cole Mustard. Some of you guys told me that I was supposed to give a fuck about this paint scheme, but quite frankly, I know nothing about wrestling, so I just don't. And whoever that man is on the side of the car looks like someone that would be in my nightmares. 7. I can't explain it, but this car just reminds me of something, and I cannot put my finger to it. Emily said it kind of looks like those retro 90s cups, but that ain't it. I just don't know. 6. I gotta be honest, all season I've been saying that Sammy Smith is the most forgettable driver in the Xfinity Series. But since his antics on pit road at Daytona, now he's just a douchebag. Now I'm starting to think that Jesse Love might be the most forgettable. I know I'm going to get flamed for that one, but for all my Big Brother fans out there, love one another. 8. I love Fast Pasta's commitment to either having one of the best paint schemes of the week or one of the worst. Keep it up, buddy. 4. BB Roofing. We nail it every time. Just like SS Greenlight nails their paint schemes every time. 10. I love how pretty much every one of Justin Allgaier's cars had some sort of food on it. You got the Mayo Missile, the Corny Car, the Soybean Speedster. The next one I'd like to see is the Chick-fil-A Chicken Burrito Bomber. 9. Guys, I have to give 100% credit to Emily for coming up with every one of those car nicknames. And if this asshole Sammy Smith ran into her any harder, I wouldn't have her here to do that anymore. Fuck you, Sammy. 0. I was watching football this past Sunday, as one does. And as I was watching the Tampa Bay Buccaneers get their teeth knocked down their throat by the Denver Broncos, I couldn't help but notice they kept saying Brandon Jones. I thought, wow, there's no way that a shitty NASCAR driver turned into a good football player. Well, I was right. It's just another guy with the name Brandon Jones. 6. There are so many racist stop suicide jokes I could make, but I'm just going to leave them all hanging. 3. This is Josh Williams. 8. Every time JJ Yaley's been in this car this year, he's finished in the top 25. And in this gorgeous paint scheme, he might get his best finish of the year. I'll wear my JJ Yaley Rick Ware Racing pit crew shirt to the wedding I have to go to Saturday in support. And I'll hold off on wagering any money to hopefully keep the bad luck away. 10. I probably would have saved the Birmingham, Alabama sponsorship for next week's race at Talladega, but, to each their own. 8. I know he probably doesn't like this, but shout out Sheldon Creed for setting a record that will never, ever be broken. Finishing second 197 times before getting your first win is legendary stuff. 8. I was going to make a joke about how Operation 300 was a plan to get Taylor Gray to somehow complete all 300 miles of this race, but honestly, he runs pretty good in this car. 5. I think only Joe Gibbs would watch Ryan Truex win 2 races this year and then decide to put Eric Almirola in the 20 car for the rest of the season. Maybe Joe hates the Truex family as much as I do. He gets me. 4. Austin Hill will probably lock himself into the round of 8 with a win at Talladega, but ultimately miss out on the Final 4 when he gets wrecked out by Sheldon Creed at Martinsville. Pure cinema. 6. Eventually, Corey Haim's going to win one of these races with the Sam Hunt car. Unfortunately for me, I'm probably going to miss out on making the money because I bet on this guy every time and he finds a way to lose. 9. NASCAR is really hammering down on the LI cars this weekend. Taste the rainbow. Or don't. 9. This car kind of reminds me of a bag of M&Ms. Either that or I'm just a fat ass. 9. Here's the thing, guys. I despise coffee. I'd rather drink something in the morning that's going to 100% eventually result in my death, like Mountain Dew, than drink coffee and shit my pants. Because believe me, I need no help in that department. 10. Let me know when Jeremy Clements brings a shitty-looking car to the track. 10. On the opposite end of that, let me know when Chandler Smith brings something that isn't completely fucking dull. 6. Connor Zilic is back this week, which means the battle for second is probably going to be badass. 10. Shouldn't Kyle Weatherman have the weekend off so he could be in the eye of Hurricane Helene with Jim Cantori? 8. So this is actually a really cool story. Dawson Cram started the season running for JD Motorsports in that 4 car. That's the same team that Ross Chastain used to drive for that always had the Flex Seal cars. Well, anyway, they filed for bankruptcy and closed their doors, so Dawson lost his ride. He's been trying to make starts with Mike Harmon, but no offense to Mike Harmon, but it's Mike Harmon. So anyway, now he's getting this massive opportunity to run in a much more competitive car with DGM. Trade with Pros, which is a company that helps educate people on how to sell stocks, came on board with Dawson Cram so he could run 5 of the remaining 7 races of the season with DGM, which is also the reason why he sent me this version of his paint scheme preview. So if you want to stop losing all your money gambling like I do, TWP might be something you want to look into. Anyway, this paint scheme rocks, and if you want to support Dawson and his great new opportunity, go over to his website. He's got t-shirts for sale, and they start at only $25 unless you're a fat ass like me. With all that being said, 10. You know, shout out SVG because he started 34th at Bristol and managed to finish 18th. Not bad. 10. Now the news is Riley Herbst is scared he doesn't have a ride for 2025. What happened? 6. And the Big Baby's Comeback Paint Scheme of the Week goes to...
Money in my face, what? Hoes in my face, what? Pocket full of money, I ain't running out of space, what? Mama said, baby, you done came a long way. Woo. Still eating ramen noodles, bitch, I like the taste. Woo.